The Detroit Lions brought in former Kansas City and Super Bowl champion running back Kareem Hunt in for a workout. This would be like the fifth or sixth guy they've brought in like the past couple of weeks. They just signed Roydell Williams. I don't know what's going on with Isaiah Pacheco, but here's a list of names. We got Isaiah Pacheco. Obviously, we signed him.
Yep.
Kareem Hunt, they brought him for a workout. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, they brought him for the workout. Raheem Blackshear, they ended up signing. Hassan Haskins, they brought him for a workout. What was that, Kylan James? Kylan James, not familiar with him. Trayvon Williams, they signed. And Roydell Williams, they signed. Clearly, these guys aren't comfortable with the RB2 situation.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, Jabari Small did have a concussion in the preseason game. It could be just – but some of these workouts happened well before the preseason game.
They did happen before the preseason.
So either something's going on with Pacheco or I don't think they like what they got going on, to be honest with you, outside of Jahmyr Gibbs.
I think there might be something going on with Pacheco because they haven't really talked about it at all, really, and he just hasn't been there.
Was like MCL, and MCL could be good or bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never good,
Not
but it's
good.
like it's either a quick heal or
It's really bad.
yeah.
Devin McNeil with the super chat. He says, saying what happened in Sin City, do you guys think Brad Holmes is going to make a trade for a corner mid-season?
No.
Probably not. I
don't
think they're going
think
to
so.
go with who they have. There's a super chat in there. So Vaki is gone, says Ben Foster. No, he's back.
Vaki's not gone, but
he does only have one eye.
Vaki,
He has
injury-prone
got one
guy. Isaiah Pacheco, injury-prone guy. I think it's fair. I think if healthy, I would like a, Salyers, Pacheco, Gibbs threesome. Pause. I think that's a pretty solid running back group. I don't think it hurts to bring in different guys, though, because, I think they talk about competition. They talk about wanting competition, and Dan Campbell was just kind of gushing about the running backs yesterday in his press conference when he was talking about how all of those guys were stepping in there and making plays and doing different things, and he liked what he saw to some of them, and there were guys that got a little banged up in that last preseason game, so maybe it's just to bring in more guys to keep that competition going in that room so guys don't get complacent. So, Salyers, I would assume, has that third spot kind of locked up as of right now.
I wouldn't be mad if Sailors were our number 2.
I wouldn't either. But I think, again, you don't want people to get complacent, so to keep bringing in guys, to keep bringing in players that can give you competition, to keep stoking that fire a little bit, to make sure they're maintaining that competition, playing hard, playing through all of camp, I'm not mad at it. And I think you'll comfortably go into it with Salyers as either your second or your third running back. And I liked what I saw out of him last year, and I liked what I've seen out of him so far.
Yeah, I guess, but, you're coming from the UFL. I think you probably got the fire under you anyway,
Yeah,
but there's Blackshear and those other guys, too.
And they also talked about that in, plenty of different facets where they're like, we want competition. So if the guys that were nipping on his heels got injured, you'd want to refire up that competition.
I think they're –
You don't think that? Because what has Salyers done to not give them confidence? I think he's looked pretty good.
We said that about Seth
pretty good
McLaughlin,
last
too,
year.
up until last preseason game. I will say that.
Yeah, and but Salyers, you have NFL snaps of him looking pretty solid.
Yeah.
As well. So
no, I agree. That's why I'm not fully understanding. There was a snap in the preseason game where running backs tried to pick up a blitz and got fucking annihilated. Jabari Small and Sailors do kind of look similar in stature. I don't remember which one it was, but it could be that. Maybe looking for a veteran guy that can actually
pick up a blitz.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
That is, love Ja. That is a weakness of his too that we witnessed last year. That probably is it.
Kareem Hunt could do that.
Because that was like an exposed weakness for the Lions last year that we couldn't pick up those blitzes with the running back.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I could definitely see that because we've talked about obviously you lose Montgomery, there goes a lot of your power. Pacheco, while he's a good short yardage back, is not a good pass protecting back. So I could see that for sure. Yeah, that's a good point.
How do you feel about these names they've brought in?
I'm cool with it. I mean,
is there like a favorite though?
Kareem.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
Cleveland Hotel
Buddy's been through, which the no turds situation. Maybe that's Well, you said you could have one bad apple. Your bad apple got arrested and you cut him. So maybe you got room for another bad apple.
Fucking Carter, not fucking a decade later.
El Chapo.
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gordon, I know you wanted to say something as well.
Yeah, I seen recently Trey Benson was waived by the Cardinals. Right now he's still recovering a little bit from that meniscus tear last season. That's the main between that and then Bam Knight getting better is the main reason why they got rid of him. I would at least want the Lions to go work him out and see how he's progressing with that knee, and if Pacheco is really that far down the line where we don't know when we're gonna get him back. I think Benson is a guy that Petzig is familiar with, and if obviously pertaining health, that's the biggest factor here. But if he could be somebody solid, I've seen him do really well, chip blocks. I've seen him run between the guards. There's a lot of different things that Trey Benson can do
He's
very
a bigger
well.
Guy,
yeah. So that's one name that I'm keeping an eye on. The injury thing does concern me a little bit, but.
I would agree with that. I did see that, and like you said, being familiar with Drew Petzing's system, his scheme already could be a pretty seamless fit. But you don't want to bring in an injured guy to replace an injured guy. So, but that's a good one, Gordon. Chris, are you worried about the Lions running back situation?
Absolutely, because we saw that this team at its peak was a 1-2 tandem, and Gibbs is certainly capable of being the best back in the NFL. He might even arguably be that right now. But bottom line, I mean, you need that pound to complement the speed. We look at it, that pound. You need that pound to complement the speed,
baby.
You need that pound to complement the speed.
That's how you make them love.
Yeah, that's how you make them fall in love. And look, we all fell in love with the Lions that year. We all fell in love with the Lions.
We did.
But I was always saying last year, going back to what I was saying seriously, is that remember last season I kept bringing up man, why don't we just start with Monty? I get that Gibbs is a better back, but we saw that work. We saw that set the tone. And look, that grit that we saw 2 years ago seems like it's back in this preseason game. These guys are flying around. They're playing aggressive. So let's get a back that fits that play style. I think that would be a huge help. He doesn't have to be as good as Monty, as much as I would love that.
No.
But if he is stylistically like Monty and quality, I think that would be all the Lions need when you have Jahmyr Gibbs, the best back in the league. Which is why I like Kareem Hunt.
And I'm not worried about it because I don't think a backup running back is a hard thing to find at all. You have your guy. You've got your bell cow. You've got the 9th best player in the NFL per other players in the NFL. You've got a guy in Jahmyr Gibbs who is going to be a dude. I don't you can find running backs too. To Jeff's point when he was on the don't pay Gibbs stuff, I agree with him to a fact of you find a lot of good running backs littered throughout the draft. It doesn't just have to be these first round pick guys, and running backs do come in and make plays a lot. But Gibbs is special, so that's why you pay him. But it's for the running back 2 situation, you can find a guy pretty. I don't want to say easily, but pretty easily.
You for sure can. Yeah, we've seen it here. We've seen it in other teams. I mean, our offensive coordinator Petzing did it last year
with 5 different guys.
Yeah, 5 different dudes get out there. I think it's definitely probably a guy to pick up the blitz, just because I think it was Ben Foster who said it was Jacob Sailors who got absolutely pancaked trying to pick up a blitz. And shout out to Silas Super Chat says, okay, RB2 is dire. But how is RB3 looking?
What about RB4?
Shout out to Jay Rich says Kareem Hunt going to back up Jake Bates? ?
Hey.
Oh man.
Damn. All
right.
That's a good one. Good one.
Buzzing guy.
I think more of a Jack Fox backup, Kareem Punt.
St. Brown can play running back. Ask off. We've seen it before.
No.
Yeah, let's keep.
I'd rather keep him healthy.
Yeah. I would like. I mean, not full time, but you're telling me I get a couple plays if I'm around St. Brown in the backfield per game. I'm not mad at that.
Here, per game would be a little.
Have him and Gibbs run some read option. That'd be pretty nasty.
J-Mo in for the throw.
No, don't do that.
Listen, if you are looking at that Detroit Lions jersey and you don't see the Carolina Panthers jersey, you may need to get your eyes checked. And right now, my guy, Dr. Yaldo,